Podcasting from Woodstock, Georgia, welcome to Soul Solutions, a show where we overcome our fears and our limiting beliefs. I'm your host, author, and certified life coach, Terry Kozlowski. Episode 16, How to Be the Light of Inspiration. Are we a shining example of living our authentic selves? Showing the world who we really are, a soulful being living from a place of love and not of fear? That is what it means when we are told to be the light for others. I want people to think of me as a safe place for them to be themselves. No judgment, even if we have difference of opinions. I will not allow another person to steal my joy or make me afraid because of what they believe. Everyone has their own struggles to deal with, and everyone has to walk their own path. Our role is to respond with love when our paths cross. When we are negative or venting our frustrations about other people's opinions, we live in the dark. We close our hearts and allow the egoic mind to focus our attention on life's undesirable effects. When we name call or are violent with our words or deeds, we are extinguishing our light, hiding it from others and ourselves. Being the light means we take part in illuminating the dark places, spreading hope and love everywhere we go, and through all the social media we post. What happens when we share our light? Many people don't like the spotlight on them, let alone being the spotlight. But being the light isn't about us doing anything but being our authentic selves. Our light shines because our soul is luminous. The more authentic we are, the brighter our light is. When we are with others, our brightness doesn't diminish anyone else's, or vice versa. Shining our light permits others to shine because we are indicating that love directs us, not fear. We share our light by being kind, trusting, and compassionate to others. We accept others and ourselves as we are. We trust our intuition and believe we are enough. This authentic living is how we bring the light into the dark places around us. We are looking for opportunities to help others, lift them up when they are down, encourage those around us, and smile as we pass one another. Be conscious of how we can sparkle to inspire others to recognize their own light shining within them. How are others reflecting our light? When we see others being authentic, it touches our soulful selves. It reminds us that being authentic is beautiful because it aligns us with spirit. As we are more ourselves with others, we share our vulnerabilities with them. And together, we feel that we aren't alone. As people reflect our light back to us, it's encouraging. We feel more confident to continue sharing our authentic selves. As we gain self-assurance and our intuition, we become more aware of how we feel and what's right for us. The people in our lives that mentor us are viewed with eyes of love. They are not above us. They are lighthouses, shining their light to help us see our own truths. Sometimes they are a mirror for us to recognize some positive parts of ourselves in them. The opposite is true as well. Those who upset or irritate us may be mirroring our shadow selves that we need to recognize and heal. However, we rarely see the reflection and choose rather to judge the person. Instead of dealing with our newfound issues, their light is reflecting at us. If another is pushing our buttons, it means that we recognize the conduct in ourselves. Our hearts are trying to get us to become aware of the inappropriate behavior and change it. However, our egoic mind would rather judge the person than to be compassionate and help our fellow human. What does it mean to be the light? I think it merely means that we offer love to all we meet. We do this by being kind and compassionate. Offering hope and encouragement to people is an example of being the light. When we indicate the good in situations instead of pointing out the negative is a way to be enlightening. Choosing to see the beauty instead of the horror is an edifying experience. Offering wisdom and guidance instead of ignoring the issue is a way to be the light. Or simply smiling at another showing that we see their authentic selves. Remember when others have helped us and how our heart feels aglow? Or when a kind word is spoken to us that brings us joy? When we feel sad and another takes our hand in theirs or hugs us, being supportive. We've been all on the receiving side of another being a light for us. We illustrate being the light when we show others how to protect our luminescence. The most compelling way for us to be examples of light is done in silence, by just being our authentic selves. No words are needed for us to be the light. Our silence will speak volumes. When we are quiet, our stillness fosters peace as our bodies illuminate with our soul's joy, which is always connected to the source of all light. How being the light for others helps ourselves. In my darkest times, helping others helped me. When I was a teenager and figuring out how to deal with my childhood traumas, I gravitated to other hurting people. One of my friends was dealing with suicidal thoughts. By sharing our pain, we quit focusing on ourselves and instead tried to help one another. The support of another empowered us to take steps in overcoming our own issues and made us both feel we weren't alone. As we help others and allow them to be their authentic selves, we begin to realize that we are worthy and enough, just as we are. Thus, being the light helps us love and accept ourselves. It also means that we are refilling ourselves with love to continue to help others from a full cup. Being the light is so essential to humanity that it is a part of all significant religions. We find references to the light in Judaism, Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, and indigenous beliefs. Humanity is a vessel for the light which needs to be shared with others. Why is this teaching everywhere? To awaken humanity for the need to overcome the egoic mind's lies and darkness. Is everyone sharing their light? Yes, all of us are imparting some amount of light to the world. It doesn't matter your spiritual beliefs because we are all soulful beings of light connected to spirit. If we aren't walking the path to our authentic selves, we probably are dim lights, like the flashlight whose batteries are fading. Still illuminating the next few steps and only helping ourselves, not brightening the trail for everyone around us. But when we are our authentic selves, our light is brilliant, and we can light the roadway for many people in our lives. This light comes from the words we use, the examples we set, and the truths we live. The light we exude isn't based on whether we are respected or validated by others. It doesn't matter if we have a large platform to speak from or the multitudes value what we say or do. If we are authentically ourselves, others will see and hear the truth they need to have in their lives to awaken. Being the light won't protect us, nor will it mean others will accept us. It may mean that it exposes us to sudden wind or turbulence, and our light could be extinguished. Embrace this vulnerability by learning from each unexpected breeze. What does the ego see in the light? The ego likes the idea of being luminous for others. The egoic mind takes the call to be the light as a way to exalt itself over others. The ego expects a return for shining brightly and helping others. But the heart knows better. As we are our authentic selves, the return for doing so is a spiritual gift of love and acceptance. Not everyone along our path will recognize what the light means. Our truth is not the truth for every person we meet. That's one of the great mysteries of humanity, that we are all so different, yet also similar. To be loyal to our authenticity is the ability to be the light, despite how others react to us. We aren't trying to convince anyone of anything other than accepting them as authentic beings. Our faithfulness to our authentic self is our willingness to be the candle in the wind. We are to shine despite the wind, even though the ego wants to hide our flame in a bushel to protect it. We are beings of light. We are to shine on those places with gale force winds, so we help those who need the light that comes through are cracks the ego sees as flaws and brokenness. Moving forward as beings of light. Although the egoic mind thinks the world is full of adversaries, it's not. No one is our enemy. Everyone is our friend, no matter what they believe. As light workers, we are called to glow everywhere we go. Be courageous and be kind. Never lose sight of our authentic selves. We have the power to encourage one another and ourselves to do little things each day that improve our world. We can stop feeding our egoic minds the negativity from mass media and the entertainment industry by not accepting that viciousness is normal. Instead, look for the compassionate acts that occur every day around us. Each day, spread kindness, and by doing so, proving to those around you that there is more love in the world if we will open our eyes and see it. Shine our internal love everywhere we go to light the darkness that we come across. As we become more conscious of our luminescence, we can shine our soulful light and create a better world. Do you need support to help you be the light for others? Do you want a strategy to help you overcome the ego's limiting beliefs and live a successful life? If so, please reach out to me for coaching at terrykozlowski.com, and we can put together an action plan for you to create the life you desire. Next week, please join me as we discuss how the pain currently in our lives doesn't come from the past, but from what we are not giving in the present. Thanks for listening to Soul Solutions with Terry Kozlowski. If you'd like the show and want to learn more, check out terrykozlowski.com, where you can find the links to everything we talked about in this episode. Please subscribe to the show so you'll never miss an episode as we overcome our fears and our limiting beliefs.